There's a secret marketing strategy, a secret funnel, a secret advertising strategy that is allowing these big guys, big names like Grant Cardone, Russell Brunson, Tony Robbins, Dean Graziosi, and many others get rich and get as many customers as they can possibly handle. And today I want to share with you that exact same strategy that these big dogs, big names, big personal brands are using so that you can do the exact same thing. Hey everybody, Hernan Vazquez here, and I hope that you're doing really well. Now, the reason why I'm telling you about this secret strategy, these secret campaigns, this secret Facebook ad strategy, the secret marketing approach to things is because I've done it. For many of these guys, in fact, for many of these guys, I built funnels and I run ads, and I know exactly how they are getting customers and how they're able to generate as many customers as they want completely for free. So I'm going to share with you how they're doing it so that you can replicate it without needing the big name, without needing the big budget, without needing any of that. I'm going to share with you exactly how you can do the same. So stay tuned. Now, if you want to learn more about what we do at scale-driven.com, is we help our clients build these machines. And these machines, they're composed of three things. Number one, the ads. Number two, the funnels. Number three, the emails. And with these three legs, we build direct marketing machines and direct response marketing machines that allow our clients at scale-driven.com to get more revenue. So if you want to learn more about scale-driven.com, head over to scale-driven.com. There's a message there, and if it resonates with you, you can also schedule a call. Now, with that being said, let's jump into the screen share because I want to walk you through this advertising campaign, this marketing campaign that's allowing these big names to get as many clients and customers as they want. So let's jump right into it and we'll go from there. All right, so you probably know this dude, okay? So you probably know this guy. His name is Russell Brunson, amazing entrepreneur, amazing marketer, and owner of ClickFunnels. And in fact, ClickFunnels has become kind of a big deal. They are generating over 9 figures per year in revenue in just a handful of years. And one of the reasons why ClickFunnels was able to generate this amount of money and this amount of revenue, it's because they actually apply this strategy that I'm going to tell you about. So for example, you probably came across these books from Russell, okay? Traffic Secrets, .com Secrets, Expert Secrets, fantastic books, by the way. I have them back there, but you cannot see them because the background is blurry or something, but they're really good. But here's the thing, Russell Brunson does not make his money out of selling his books. He's not Paulo Coelho or these big authors or Wilbur Smith or some of these big authors that they sell hundreds of millions of books every time they launch it. No, not at all. Russell, while he is a Wall Street Journal bestseller, it's not making money out of his books, but he used his books as part of this strategy that I'm going to share with you. Now, this is one example. The other example, and you might know this person, you might know this gentleman, is Grant Cardone. Grant Cardone, with his book, The 10X Rule, is doing the exact same thing. Again, he doesn't make money out of the book, but he uses the book in something called an acquisition funnel. Now, he has many other books, right? And I know this because I've run ads for these books as part of his working for him in his company. But also, the reality is that the 10X Rule has been the massive success that he is, and he's able to generate as many customers as he wants because he uses this acquisition strategy that I'm going to tell you about. Now, another example here, my good friend and mentor, Frank Kern. You might have heard of him, and if you haven't, go ahead and follow him, and you're in for a treat, my friend. But he's an amazing entrepreneur, amazing, fantastic, phenomenal marketer, and I was lucky and blessed enough to run one of his campaigns for Convert 2.0, which is one of his books. He also has many other books and many other programs that allow him to generate as many customers and clients as he wants, basically at will. The other example, Brendon Burchard with High Performance Habits, right? Another author that he doesn't make money selling his books. He makes money by doing acquisition funnels. Now, what are acquisition funnels. Acquisition funnels are the type of funnels that all of these entrepreneurs, including guys like Tony Robbins or DeGraziosi, they use to actually generate customers at will. Now, let me show you what kind of separates these entrepreneurs from the rest of entrepreneurs out there and why they can generate as many customers as they want pretty much at will. Let me go back to the screen because I want to share with you a really important distinction about what an acquisition funnel is and what it isn't. So here's the distinction between an acquisition funnel and a monetization funnel. And most of these entrepreneurs that you're seeing out there, they operate on these two types of funnel. They have an acquisition funnel out there, and the sole purpose of that acquisition funnel, such as, for example, a book funnel, is to acquire customers at scale through advertising. So in fact, they run ads to these book funnels, and you see the book on the front end, but they also have additional offers on the back end. They might have 1, 2, 3 upsells or something like that. And the sole purpose of this funnel is to acquire customers at a scale while breaking even. So what you need to have in mind is when you're running an acquisition funnel, there's a big metric called average order value. That is how much money people are spending with you throughout this first transaction or this first opportunity to do business with you. It's called average order value, also known as average cart value. And the difference between your average cart value or average order value, ACV or AOV, and how much money you're paying to acquire a customer, that difference will tell you if you're able to scale or no. The main point of an acquisition funnel is that however much you're paying to acquire a customer on the front end through advertising, you're immediately liquidating that through the average cart value or the average order value on these acquisition funnels. Now, acquisition funnels don't necessarily mean that you need to write a book, right? You can create acquisition funnels with information products. You can create acquisition funnels with a bundle of physical products. You can create an acquisition funnel with a front-end offer if you're a brick and mortar business, or you can create an acquisition funnel with a bundle offer if you're a SaaS company. It doesn't necessarily mean that you need to write a book. Now, the reality is that people know books, they like books, they buy books, they understand that there's value inside books. That's why all of these big guys or big dogs or big entrepreneurs, they write books, not because they want to make money out of the books, but the book becomes the new lead magnet. So now they're generating not only leads, but they're generating customers at will. Because again, the main point of a quote-unquote acquisition funnel is to acquire customers at scale, meaning getting as many customers as possible through the door, generally through paid advertising, and then matching their average order value with the cost to acquire a customer, also known as CPA, cost per acquisition, or CAC, cost to acquire a customer, and matching those so that they can liquidate the ad cost right away. So as you can see here at the left of your screen, an acquisition funnel is for scale, is for volume. Generally speaking, these are low ticket transaction. You know, maybe you're paying free plus shipping for a book for $7 or $10, or maybe you have a course out there for 20 something. I have a couple courses out there that are $37, $47, $27, and all of that. And the main point again of these acquisition funnels is to acquire customers by breaking even or better. Now, here's a distinction that I also want to make, is that if you have to choose between a free lead, somebody that opts in to, let's say, get an email from you, or you make them opt in through a PDF, or maybe they leave you their name, email, phone number to get more information about your company. That's a free lead, right? And there's nothing wrong with free leads. They actually work really well. But the main distinction is that, and if you can choose between a free lead or a customer, a buyer, somebody that has taken out their wallet and voted with their wallet, with their credit card, with their PayPal account, even if they only gave you $1, that's a big leap. That's a big leap. That means that now you have a buyer, and generally speaking, a buyer is worth around 10 to 20 times what a lead is worth to you as you have them in your list. So now you have a new buyer, and guess what? And you implement the second part of this equation, which is a monetization funnel. This is where these big companies, these big dogs, these big names, they make their money. They don't make money on their book funnels. They don't make money on their acquisition funnels, which again, they might be composed of a book and a couple of upsells and downsells and whatnot, with the sole purpose of increasing as much as possible that average cart value so that they can spend more money on ads. But they don't make their money there. They really make their money on the back end funnels, on the monetization funnels. So for example, a monetization funnel could be a high ticket coaching program, right? It could be a service. It could be a bundle of other products. It could be a bundle of other services. So generally speaking, a monetization funnel is where you implement your high ticket offers. Now, this also means that you will have a more high touch approach. With the acquisition funnel, you generally get a lot of scale and a lot of volume, and then on the monetization funnel is where your sales team lives, right? That's where they operate. That's where you call everyone and you email everyone and you have a higher touch approach. Now, generally speaking, this also means that they spend more money with your company, right? Because as in the words of the great Dan Kennedy, he says that a buyer is a buyer is a buyer is a buyer. So if they give you $1 or $50 or $200, sometimes we get people that do not know who we are. We get them to spend $500 on the first transaction. Now that's a high value lead or a high value customer to sell them something else, like a high ticket program, right? Or a high ticket service, or maybe selling them into our agency or some other stuff. And this is where the growth happens. This is where the real growth happens. So this is how these entrepreneurs, these big names, are able to generate as many customers as they can possibly want when it comes to advertising online. Because again, they're not sending advertising dollars to their website. They're not sending advertising dollars through other means. They send their advertising dollars to these books or these acquisition funnels or these acquisition products because they're sexy. People know them. People want them. They are proven and tested offers. And then they also have some additional offers in those funnels so that the average cart value of that funnel matches the cost to acquire a customer. So that means that you can liquidate the ad cost and you can acquire all of these customers for free so that you can sell them something else. And again, the reason I know this is because I work with many of them and I run ads to many of these funnels, and the reality is that we were always looking at those two metrics, right? How much are we paying to acquire a customer? What is the average order value? How much are we paying to acquire a customer? And what is the order value? And then we want to always increase the average order value so that we could keep on spending without necessarily going in the red. So there you have it, my friends. That's how all of these big dogs, big brands are acquiring customers. So whenever you see an ad or a promotion for a new book, or somebody maybe going out there on the podcast realm, or maybe going on the TV channels and promoting their new book, go through their funnel and see what happens. Actually spend some money on these brands. See what type of upsells they have. See what else do they offer to you. Do they offer it to you right away, right? Do they offer it to you a couple days later? Do they have an abandoned cart sequence? What happens if you type in your details and then you exit the page? Do you see any other ads? Do you see any other emails? Because you can reverse engineer these funnels and you can apply those techniques for you. And again, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out. Leave comments below if you think this is helpful. Let me know your questions. Share this with somebody that needs to see this, and I'll see you guys on the next piece of content. Thank you so much. Take it easy. Bye-bye.